Hello, my friends, and welcome. Thanks for joining me today. You have found your journey yoga, and I'm Cheryl. Today, we're going to have some fun using some weights along with doing our yoga practice. So, if you don't have any hand weights, if you happen to have soup cans or water bottles, or just honestly you don't even need them, you can just pretend like you have some in your hands. And that imaginary resistance that you can create is actually pretty real. It's not quite as effective as having the actual weights, but you can still actually really get a great workout with this. So just a little fun variation. So light hand weights, you don't want to go too crazy. So unless you are super strong, this will add up pretty quickly. So like I have a 5-pound set of weights. If you have a 1, 2, 3, 5, whatever works for you is great. If they end up getting too heavy, go ahead and set them off to the side at any point. If you're like, this is super easy, just know that the next time you can add a little more weight. So that's one of the beautiful things. Water, definitely want to have some water handy, and a towel if you should need one. All things apply the same. Take care of yourself. If something doesn't feel right, put the weights down. You don't have to do it. If there's a stretch or something that you love, feel free to do that. And it's also just a great time to just chill out and stop, grab a drink of water, and then join in when you're ready. Okay, so starting out, we're just going to get our weights and we're going to make them handy. We're going to be on our knees. If being on your knees is not fantastic for you, we're actually going to come up and come down. So just watching that range of motion, you can always put a pillow or a couple pillows, a bolster between your heels and your bottom so that you don't go all the way down and coming back up. So this is designed to lengthen your quadriceps as well as when we rise, to strengthen. This is going to work your core, it's going to work your hip flexors, it's going to work your glutes. So this up and down movement, we're going to start adding some weights. So with this is just added weight, up and down. Keeping the core strong, up and down motion. Watching that range of motion, noticing how the knees respond. Keeping that core staying strong. Now we're going to do this last one. Now we're going to add a little bicep curl as we rise and come back down. So mobility, always in control. Our bicep curl, just coming about 3/4 of the way up. Side view, 3/4 of the way up, all the way down. 3/4 of the way up, all the way down. We're gonna do that one more time. And then we're gonna rotate the palms as we come down, and then we press up as we come up. Hands are going to be out in front of us just a little bit, so they're not straight overhead, just slightly up and come back down. So noticing, are you feeling those legs yet? Squeezing your buns at the top, controlling as you come down. So we are always very deliberate, very purposeful as we extend, working the shoulders, working the lats, working those arms, getting a little bit of cardio too. It's kind of cool. Last two. And last one. Holding it up here, we open those arms to a 90-degree bend. We're going to bring the hands forward, palms should be facing you. Open and close. So kind of peekaboo, if you will. Keeping that core strong, staying up on the knees, and just coming in and out. Breathe. 2 more. And last one. Open and release. Let's turn sideways. Backing up on your mat so you're kind of center, back third of your mat, if you will. And we're going to bring those weights out into a tabletop position. Core is strong. We're going to do some cat and cows here. So just having the hands, or you can have your hands on the mat. So hands on the weights or hands on the mat. We take a big breath in, tummy towards the mat. Lift your gaze, lift your sit bones. Exhale and hollow. Just pressing those weights, pressing your hands into the mat as you tuck your chin. Inhale it back to cow. Exhaling it to cat. Inhaling it to cow. Exhaling it to cat. And coming back to that neutral spine. Core strong. So again, don't have weights, no worries. Our alternating spinal balance. If you have weights, if you need to set them down at any point, please do. As you inhale, extend, left arm and right leg. Now you can have your other hand on the weight, or if you're feeling more stable, having that guy down. We lengthen and reach through the fingertips. As you inhale, hollow the tummy and chest, draw the elbow and knee in towards one another, and then press it back out. Hollow it in, and press it out. Hollow it in, and press it out, making sure that core is strong, strong. Again, you don't need the weights. Weights are just kind of that cherry on top. We're gonna do one more. And release it down. So again, that left hand is on the weight or on the mat. Taking a hold of your weight if you've got it. Core is strong and engaged. We inhale, extend right arm and left leg. Breathe. As you exhale, hollow and draw it in. Inhale, extend it out. Hollow, pull it in. Exhale, extend it out. Moving with your breath. Your pace, staying strong through the belly. One more. And release it down. Let's move those weights down towards the top of the mat. A little bit wider than that, where your hands are gonna go. So just the outside edge of your mat. Extend those arms out and sit it back to child's pose. Nice big deep breaths. Child's pose, such a great place. As you're ready, extend those arms out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide and let's inhale. Lift the forehead, tuck the toes. Press and lift your hips to the sky. Down dog. Feet hip width apart. Oh, rolling those shoulders out and away, creating space between those shoulder blades, pressing through the palms of the hands to guide that weight back towards your heels. Beautiful long stretch down the backs of the legs, through the hamstrings, the calves, the Achilles tendons. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs, reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels sink. Gently alternate bending knees, walk it out. Nice big deep breaths. Just letting go. Anything negative, anything that doesn't serve you to your very best, helping to make you the best version of you, let it go. We just want to focus on the good, the goals, the amazing people in our life. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Head heavy, face soft, bring the hands to the elbows, soft bend in your knees, and just gently sway side to side. Core stays strong and engaged, always, always. Just making sure we're taking care of ourselves, staying safe. Coming back to center, relax your arms. Take a hold of those weights. Now, if rolling up with weights is not great for you, leave them down and we'll squat down and pick them up in just a moment. Head is heavy, arms are heavy. We're gonna slowly, slowly rise. The other thing you can do is pick them up, place those weights on your knees and continue that roll up. So some different variations of how to get those weights up into your hands in a standing position. Now, if you left those weights on the ground, squatting down to pick them up using those legs, stand tall. Oh my gosh, what a great idea. Let's do that again. Squat down and stand tall. So now we're not releasing those weights, but we're squatting down just as far as we can. Our weight is in our heels and we rise. Squatting down and we rise. So not only are we getting mobility through the knees, oh my gosh, we are working those legs. Squeeze at the top, working those buns, and stand tall, squat. One more time. And rise. Roll those shoulders up and back, nicely down. Give those shoulders a roll one more time. Beautiful. Reach to the sky. A little tap of those weights. And slowly take it down to the side. Again, palms stay open towards the front. A big rotation. So look in a big rainbow. Up and over. So front view, making a big rainbow. Keeping those arms as straight as we can, staying tall through that spine, strong through the core. One more time, take it down. And take it up. And last time, take it down. Pull the hands to heart center. Holding those weights at heart center, or just hands at heart center if there's no weights involved. Shifting your weight to your heels, bring your big toes to touch. And let's sit to chair. As you exhale, extend those arms and extend the legs. Weights stay gently resting. If you want to intensify things a little bit more, separate those weights and press it up. So again, we're not going directly over our head, a little bit forward to keep those shoulders safe. Squat and press. So we're coming into our chair pose. And then we reach to the sky, full extension of those arms. One more time, stay low in your chair. Breathe. A little challenge here, find a focal point out in front. Shift your weight forward and lift your heels. Breathe. Find that breath. Slowly release the heels. And extend the arms, extend the legs. As you exhale, pull those hands through heart center, hinge forward, and extend those arms back to flight. Crown of the head reaching front. Spine flat, flat as you can. So in lifting those arms, can you feel the heaviness of those weights? Rotate your palms to the sky. Shaky's good, guys. Shaky means you're working. Rotate palms towards the floor. Mobility of the shoulders. Working the triceps, shoulders, and core. Definitely getting those lower back, hamstrings, and glutes. And we rise. Reach those arms overhead. Pull the hands to heart center, rock back to your heels. Open your feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half, lift core strong. Exhale, down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. High plank, we can be on the weights or we can be on our hands. Breathe. One push-up. Again. Let's do 2 more if they're in there. Beautiful, you guys. 1 more if it's in there. Lift your hips to down dog. Again, hands can be on the weights or those hands can be on the mat. Find your breath. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through between the hands or between the weights. Back knee can come to the mat if you like. We're going to pull those weights up by us and then overhead. So keeping those weights close to us is going to minimize that load as much as possible. Always taking care of that back. Our arms are extended over our head. Shoulders are soft. Turn your palms to face front. Bend the elbows, lower them down to 90 degrees. Now as you stand, extend the arms. So we're just straightening that front leg, and then we're gonna sink back to that 90 degrees. And press. And sink. Exhale, extend and press. Inhale and sink. Exhale and press. Inhale and sink. Releasing that right hand to the top of the thigh. Left arm is going to come forward along the inside of that right foot. Now, if you need to put that weight down, you can put it down. We're going to reach down with that left hand, and we're going to pull up with that left hand. Rotating through the trunk, pulling that weight up towards the rib cage, just under the armpit. Core strong. And breathe. Those exhales as we rotate. Those inhales as we lower. Breathe. And 1 more. And bring it down. Place your hand to the inside of your foot. Other hand to the outside of the foot. Step it back to plank. Hold your plank. Breathe. Hands can be on the mat or those hands can be on the weights. Find your breath. One push-up. And again. And again. Oh, and what the heck, one more. Lift your hips to down dog. Again, hands can be on the mat or remain on the weights. Nice big deep breaths. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back knee down if you like. Again, we're going to pull those weights right up by the waist and then overhead into our crescent lunge. Find your breath. Quiet it down. Lower those hands to 90 degrees. Now this time we're going to keep that 90 degrees and we're going to lower the hands to shoulder height and hands back up. So we keep that 90-degree bend. Now we're going to activate that brain. As the hands lower, we straighten the leg. As the hands lift, we sink back into that lunge. Hands lower, we rise. Hands lift, we sink. So working that range of motion, that mobility in the shoulders, working, oh yes, that whole shoulder joint. Core strong, working those legs, almost there. Find your breath. Last one, stay low. Extend those arms to the sky. Pull the hands through to heart center, placing that left hand to the top of the thigh, kind of just above the knee. Right hand comes down along the inside of your foot. As you exhale, rotate and pull that weight up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, pull it up, tucking that weight kind of just below your armpit, right along the rib cage. Breathe. So again, that left hand, you can replace that weight back to the mat and just have the hand on the leg. Really working with those breaths. Find that rhythm of the breath. 2 more. And 1 more. Release your hand. Release that left hand. Step it back to plank. Hold your plank. Breathe, and we're just going to gently rock those hips side to side. Nothing humongous, because I don't want those hips super dropping. No arch in the back. Just a rock side to side. You can do the same thing with those knees down. Just a rock side to side. Just kicking in those obliques a little bit more. Staying strong through the shoulders. We come back to center. Lift your hips to down dog. Now if you're like, holy cow, adding this weight is actually really hard. Yes, indeed. It's pretty cool though. We get a ton of stuff done. Added cardio, weight training, yoga. I'm telling you, roll it all into one. Taking the gaze between your hands. Walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Breathe. Shift your weight to your heels. Lower your bottom down. We're going to come into a nice low squat. So taking care of your knees. If you need to stay a little bit higher for those knees, please do. We're going to bring those hands out in front of us a bit. And we're going to work the back of the shoulders and the triceps. We're going to lift right arm and down. Left arm and down. So we're just coming up to shoulder height now, both arms and down. So where do you feel this? Right arm, left arm, core's working too, guys, and both arms. Kind of cool, right? Right arm, left arm. I have kind of a weird sense of cool and good and fun, you guys. Both arms and down. One more time. Right arm, left arm, both arms. Hands down, extend the legs. Oh, that feels good. Breathe. Just gently sway those hips side to side. Coming back to center. A soft bend in those knees, placing those hands just above the knees or rolling it up. Just taking care of that back. Making sure you're taking care of the back. We come all the way up with a big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Do that once more. Big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. So we're going to transition to our right foot. And we're going to bring that left big toe just barely to the mat. And then we're going to lift that left knee and flex the foot. Rotating palms out as far as they'll go. And we're going to bicep curl up to about 3/4 of the way up. And then we're going to come all the way back down. Keeping those palms open, bicep curl up and down. Slow and steady, so it's not a race, right? We're not going as fast as we can go. It's about finding stability and a sense of purpose and being very deliberate with our motions, with our movements, with our form. Now, if you've got death grip on those weights, relax your fingers. 2 more. So anytime we do any kind of weight-bearing exercises, if you can do it on one leg, amazing. Release that left side, shift your weight to the left, lift the right, and flex your foot. Now we're going to have those palms facing towards us. These are called hammer curls. Again, same thing, 3/4 of the way up, all the way down. So we have this tendency to kind of cheat ourselves and stop about 10% or 90% of the way on the way down. That first 10% of that initial lift, guys, is where we get the very most bang for our buck. So again, adding that balance, super core strength. You're working all the stability muscles in your feet and your ankles. I just had a wonderful conversation with a couple ladies today who were saying, thanks to yoga, they slipped on some wet grass the other day and they were able to stabilize themselves, and they attributed it to their yoga and those stabilizing muscles. Let's do one more bicep curl and take it down. Release your leg. Big shoulder roll up and back. All these shoulder shrugs, you guys, weighted or not, again, wonderful at releasing tension in the neck and the shoulders. One more time and release it down. Let's step to the top of the mat to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky, either pulling those hands through heart center or swan dive down. Inhale up to monkey half lift, core strong. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Releasing that right knee to the mat if you like, otherwise legs are going to stay long. It's better for you having that right hand down. So we're bending the right knee if you're coming down. You have that right hand on the mat if you like. And we're going to rotate our bodies and extend. Arm to the sky. Breathe. So having that hand on the mat, knee can be down, feet can be staggered or stacked. Extending that arm to the sky. Reach. Now we're going to bend the elbow and lower the weight, and we're going to reach back. Now you do not have to have a weight in your hand. This thread the needle is amazingly challenging all on its own. So with that extra weight in that top arm, we're just getting extra bang for the buck. But if it's not right, guys, it's just not right. Good, we're going to do 2 more of those. Really feeling those oblique muscles, working the shoulder, the back of the shoulder. We're going to do 1 more of those. Beautiful. And release. Release the weight, hand to the mat. We're going to switch the weight to the other hand. Bringing the knee down if you like. We rotate and extend. So do we need to be on the forearm or the hand? Does the knee need to be down, or can those legs be long? Stagger the feet or stack them. Take a big breath in, reach. And as you exhale, hand comes down, reaching slightly behind and through. Unwind it and reach. Now you might notice that one side is a little easier than the other. We're stronger on one side than the other. Very normal and just fine. It's just consistency, guys. And we'll get stronger each and every time. 1 more. It's learning how your body responds. It's about being kind and patient with your body. Gently releasing it down. Place the weight. Shift the weights to the outside edge of your mat. And let's come to down dog. That feels good. Child's pose, always a great option. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. Exhale and let your heels gently sink. We inhale it to high plank. Crocodile it down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. We're going to roll those wrists. So that side plank with the thread the needles, pretty intense, guys. For those wrists, for the forearms. So just take a second, roll out those wrists, and then surrender yourself down into child's pose. And as you're ready, walk your hands up. Let's come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around. Slide on down to the top of your mat. So one of the really cool things about working with dumbbells as we do yoga, yoga has a lot of lower body action, really strengthening through the legs, through the hips, through the core, as well as that flexibility, right? So as we add the weights and we get that upper body work, it's amazing. It's a whole body experience. We're going to take those weights. If you don't have weights, no worries. We're going to pull those hands in. If you're taking care of your lower back today, guys, release the weights. Use the hands behind your thighs. We're going to come to boat pose. Now you can have those weights. You can actually kind of rest the weights on your knees and just notice how that adds to the hip flexor and lower abs, because all of a sudden you're like, oh, goodness sakes, that's, 6 extra pounds, 10 extra pounds, whatever it is. If you like, extend those arms out. Shoulders are soft. Breathe. Bring the knees to gently touch. Find your breath. Now we're going to rest the forearms just on the tops of the knees. As you extend left leg, right arm's going to rise. And bring it back down. Tapping the knees. Left arm lifts, right leg extends. And back to boat. Right arm, left leg. So we're just keeping that opposite arm steady. So just keeping it level, that's a ton of work. We're keeping the chest tall, we're keeping that belly button drawn in. And we're noticing as that knee pulls away, does that arm sink? We don't want it to sink. So stay strong. Breathe. Almost there. Pull that belly button in. Last one, each side. Breathe. Open your feet. Release those weights out towards the top of your mat. Take a hold of the ankles. And just pull forward, getting that stretch for the lower back. Nice big deep breaths. And slowly roll it up, one vertebra at a time. And let's crisscross those legs, sitting in easy pose, sitting up nice and tall. Breathe. Roll those shoulders up and back. Let's lean forward and roll the weights out of the way. Walking the hands forward, relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Head heavy, face soft. Inhale, lift just slightly, and let's walk those hands to the right. Reaching through your left fingertips, pressing that left hip towards the mat. Relax the weight of the head down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center, and then walk it out to the left. Reaching through those right fingertips. Oh, pressing that right hip towards the mat. Relax the weight of your head. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through the center. We're going to place the elbows to the mat, bring the palms to gently touch, draw the chin towards the chest, crown of the head towards the mat. Hands are just gently resting right at the back of the head. Extending those arms out, Reach it out, core strong, hinge it all the way up. Exhale, rotate to the right, left hand to the top of that thigh, right hand behind you, lengthen through the crown of the head, and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. A little tuck of that left shoulder down and away, a little tuck of the chin towards the collarbone. Find your breath. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front, and exhale, turn to the left. Right hand to the top of the left thigh, left hand behind you to the mat. Sit up as tall as you can sit and slowly take your gaze out over that back shoulder. Little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone, and gently press that right shoulder down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. Exhale and release those hands down by your sides. Gently releasing that right ear over the right shoulder. Inhale it back up nice and tall, and exhale, release that left ear over the left shoulder. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Rock back to the point where you can extend those legs out nice and long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands, and relax the weight of your head. Now noticing if those toes flare out to the side, really working to draw those toes so they're pointing straight up towards the sky. We lengthen through the crown of the head, working to flatten out that back as best you can. That's going to definitely intensify this stretch for you. Now let's reach those hands out as far as you can reach, getting a beautiful side stretch and deepening that stretch through the backs of the legs and through the spine. Now relax the weight of your head down. Let go of the tension in your neck. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, close your eyes, and ever so slowly roll yourself back. And relax. We pull that right knee in towards the chest, bringing the hands to the shin just below your knees, and pull that knee in nice and tight. Now, if that's too much in the lower back, or the hip flexor on that left leg doesn't like that so much, bend that left knee. Now we're going to use that right hand, we're going to pull that right knee kind of up right towards our armpit, so we've opened up that leg just a little bit. Again, if you need to bend that left knee, bend the left knee. We bring that right hand behind the leg, or the outside of your foot, or the big toe, and that left arm is going to extend out to a T, and we're going to extend that right leg. And we're going to bring that right leg up and out, just at about a 45-degree angle or thereabouts. And we're going to work to extend that leg as long as you can get it. Breathe. Now slowly draw that leg to center, so it's right up over that right shoulder. And again, hand can be anywhere along the leg, the foot that you like, or taking a hold of the big toe. That left knee can be bent. Take care of yourself. Now gently release the intensity with the arm. Bend that right knee, right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right leg, and take your leg across your body. Keeping our shoulders on the mat just as best you can. Keeping the chest open towards the sky just as best you can. Now turn your gaze out over that right arm. And then just close your eyes. So hopefully working with weights during our yoga class was fun. It was a new challenge, but I hope you enjoyed it. Just want to keep you guys from getting bored and know that there are so many options to do, so many wonderful gifts that we can incorporate with yoga and still get a really great stretch, a wonderful intention, a great workout, slowly releasing, coming back to center, extending that right leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. And that left knee comes in towards the chest, hands to the shin, just below your knee. So a lot of times people are like, oh, yoga, it's so slow, it's so boring. blah, blah, blah. I was one of those people. I really was. Believe it or not. I was an aerobic junkie. The faster, the stronger, the better. But my back and my body were like, nope. And now let's take that left hand and open that knee out to the side. Right arm opens out to a T. So we're just kind of pulling that knee open out to about a 45-degree angle. And in fact, guys, I wish I had started yoga when I was like 10 or before. But I tell you, it's a gift. It's an amazing gift. And I love working with weights. I love doing everything. And when I can incorporate them all together, bringing that hand behind the leg, extend the leg. When I can bring those all together, what a gift. Yes, sirree. And we're going to use the strength of the arm, taking a hold behind the leg, at the ankle, at the foot, at the big toe, whatever feels good to you. And just really extend that leg. Remember, you can bend that right knee if your lower back is like, what are you doing? Now use the strength of that arm to pull the leg right up over that left shoulder. And notice as you bring that leg back to center to realign it, that intensifies the stretch. Now releasing the intensity with the arm, bending that left knee, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. That was a lot of right and left and right and left. So you're taking the opposite hand to the knee, pulling it across, working to keep those shoulders on the mat, and then turn your gaze out over that left arm. So guys, whatever your journey, there is something out there for you. Hopefully you find, and if you can't find it, guys, ask me. Or if there isn't one of the videos out there, I'll do a specific one for you. So if there's something that you're really in need of and can't find it, I will guide you to where that is, or I will create one for you. Just reach out to me. I'm here for you. Breathe. I found what a gift yoga is and what a gift exercise is far beyond any kind of medicine when taken at the right dosage. It's learning about yourself and learning your limitations, learning your successes, and being okay with minor setbacks, and knowing that you know what you need to do to keep those few and far between and to keep that progression going. Consistency above all else. Intensity doesn't have to be crazy. It's about consistency. Gently releasing that knee. Let's extend that left leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Bringing the hands to your tummy. One hand just below your belly button, one just below your sternum. Close your eyes, let your feet just naturally roll open as you relax through the hips. We close our eyes and we breathe slow and steady breaths. With our eyes closed, our awareness is drawn inward. As our awareness is drawn inward, I want you to visualize a light, a color. And whatever color this is, I want you to feel it. I want you to see it. This light represents your life force energy today as you've taken time for yourself. Time to create the very best version of yourself. To let go of any negative energy that does not serve us to our highest good. We allow that breath to be slow and steady. The body to be calm. The mind present. We feel grounded and rooted into the earth. We feel calm, relaxed. A wonderful positive energy moving through us. Gently extending your right arm out towards the ground. Left arm out towards the ground, palms open to the sky. Relax your arms. Focus on your breath. a sense of gratitude and a sense of strength for this journey that our body allowed us to take today. The calm of our mind, the stillness of our being, the ability to connect our breath to our movements, the gift and celebration of all that we were able to do today. Taking your time, gently drawing your knees in towards your chest, hands to the shins, just below those knees, a nice big pull of those knees in, a little lift of the upper body, drawing your chin towards your chest, and a little rock side to side. Bringing the hands behind the thighs, rock yourself up, and let's turn to face front. Easy pose. Pulling the hands to heart center, close your eyes. A gentle tuck of your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lifting the thumbs to the third eye, just above the eyebrows, gently touching the base of the thumbs to the third eye. As you exhale, pulling the hands back to heart center. Light and love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for choosing to be a part of my day and allowing me and inviting me to be part of yours. Take care of yourselves and be well. Gently open your eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. Circle those arms around, and again, pull those hands into heart center. Until the next time, my friends, namaste.